It is March 7 in the end of it, 2026. It's soon March 8 and Women's Day. But I don't celebrate it. I only notice that every year that it is. Because it shouldn't be a woman's day, because it should be the same as it is for men, that we are equal. So that it's not for me to celebrate it. But it is in the news. And we are in a war, and its affect the whole planet. Not that we have any war going on in Sweden, but it will affect the business, the gas and electricity, and then it's coming, as it always will be, as gas is going to be more expensive and other things. Then also the food will go up in price, and it is high as it is just now. And then we that live in south of Sweden, we get higher electricity of some reason. I don't know why. Should be in the north when it's still are snow there. But it is here in the south. But it doesn't hit me so much, as I don't have some high electric bills as it is today. And yesterday, Friday, I had a visit of my daughter, and she had a very nice Italian cake with her that she had baked. She is very good in baking and work with baking things. And she was here and helped me to clean up my balcony. She lift up the table and change it because they have only those that move for me. They have only placed the table at the balcony in the wrong way. So it was, most of the area was occupied of the table, and I have a sofa that follow me have seen this sofa out in the garden, and then now I have it on my balcony. And then I have a big table there, and she clean up for me, so it's look nice there. Because it start to be sun is coming now, and it hit a little of my balcony. It's on the other side of the house. It's not like where the full moon should be. It's not going in that direction where this UFO was going. And so it's okay. But when it be more hot outside, I will go out and sit in the sunshine. And I don't really know where to go yet, because it is not so nice this area where I live. But you know that God told me that I had to move, and this was a house that have a room in the basement if it's going to be war, so I can go down, and in some way I go down in the stairs, and I am thinking that I should bring today already, not today but tomorrow or other day, but go down because I have a store unit there in the basement, and then I am going to bring down there, store some food there if it's going to happen that the war is coming to Sweden also. So then I can go down and have some food on my own food and eat there. And then I was thinking I should buy a light that is on, I can have with battery, because I'm scared of the darkness, so I don't want to sit in the darkness. So I need to have a light there in case I must go down there. And it's always this when I hear from God. I am not really sure, I'm not 100% that is correct. And you know that I told you that God have told me that I need to move, and I didn't have any money. And then I knew I have to. When I hear from God, I need to obey it, because it's true. It's not something that I dream about or think I hear, and it's not true, because this was true, and it's have been at least 90% of what I hear from God is real. And if it's 100% maybe, but this with the moving was right, and I knew it was something that have with war to do, but there can be many sorts of war. So my first thought about it was that it was so very much criminal things going on in where I lived, and I lived on the ground. And then it was about in the news that they have taking trucks that coming to our harbor in this city, and they had the most drugs they have taken, the police have taken, was going on in that time when God told me I need to move. And now today it was about, once again it was about drugs coming into our city. So, but in the same time they have taken those criminals, people. So if it's not coming in drugs, and they live on to sell drugs, then it will be like fighting about the drugs they can take and sell, and then it should be war around my house. And I was thinking that's what God is talking about. I don't know before it happened. I can only guess what God is telling me, but I never thought it should be the Third World War. That was what God was telling me about. And I didn't have any money to move. And I am disabled, so I can't move on my own. And I don't have any people I know that could help me. I don't have any church that can help me. So what could I do? I knew I have to move because God was telling me to move, and I only go away. I had a contract with 2 companies that should help me move. And it was a risk, very much risk I took, because I knew I couldn't pay them. And there were people that was not from Sweden, and they maybe was criminal also, so they could have hurt me when I told them that I don't have any money to pay you. And now they have going to a church, and they have put me in this that I have to pay them, and they take money from my retirement to could pay this company, but so far have they not taken any money because I don't have any money to take from me. I don't think that I can get so much money in retirement so they can take money from my retirement and give it to those companies that was moving. And it is this. It's maybe very hard for some people to understand that when God is telling me to do something, then is it, in the first place, is it what God is telling me and not what people is telling me or doing. It's always God come first. And that is why the LDS church, they think that I am criminal, that I fake that I didn't have any money to move for, and they gave me some money, and I asked the bishop how could I pay back that money, and he told me that I could give some tying, sending to the church when I had money left over. I could do that, and this is what he think was criminal, because then I traveled to Utah in United States, but it was about 1 year after I have got money to move with, and then I certainly have money to travel to United States. And the bishop, he didn't understood that the money I had to travel to United States, it was because God gave me those money. Not any people have not given me that money. God gave me that money, and it was that the money come from that my cats give birth to kittens, and I sell the kittens, and those money, it was in the first place what God wanted me to do, and not what the church wanted to do, what people in the church wanted me to do with the money. God have already told me I should travel to Utah, and so that must come in the first place. It's always that what God is telling me to do, I need to do it. And in the second place, it's my connection with people. If I have money left over when I come back from United States, then I could have paid to the church, but I didn't have, because I got problem when I come back to Sweden. I got problem with those people that was in my home and to take care of my cats, and they steal everything from me, and then the kittens that I had died one after one, and it was like they have done something. They were devils that was in my home that I didn't know in that time. But when I come back from United States, they have stealing everything of value in my home. And I was happy that the kittens was okay that I had in my home. But they told me that those that have taken care of my home, they say that 2 of the kittens had died. They said to me when I was in United States, and I was thinking they maybe have stolen those kittens and keep it for themselves, or they have sold it. But it was true that the kittens die, because then the kittens die one by one after I come home, and I didn't get any money from selling kittens, so I didn't have any money left over to give to the church. So it have been all the time, have it been like that I get money from God to do something, and then I can't do anything around me in my life. I'm poor the whole time. I have been poor. the whole time, but I could travel because God have told me to travel. And what he is telling me is coming first of everything. So it was when I moved also that I knew I didn't have money to move, but I was thinking that I got money from the podcast when I was visiting Israel. And now I told you that in this podcast that I had lots of bills to pay for because I have moved. But no one was sending me any money so I could pay those bills. So they go to the court, the money, the bills I had to move. And I'm sad about it because I don't want to have those bills because God told me to move. So I was thinking that God in some way should give me money so I could pay those bills. But those bills was a test on people. God knows who it is that have listened to me asking you to help me to pay those bills for moving. And it's 3 people that have sent me little money as a support. And it's have not been enough to pay those bills. But now I am okay because it's 2 companies that I should pay money to for moving. But they have calmed down now because they are taking those bills to the court. And then they don't care about it anymore. So I don't need to be worried because those 2 companies, they rely on to get the money from the court that take my retirement. But I have always had so small retirement, so they can't take any money from me. I have the lowest retirement anyone can have in Sweden, so there is no leftover of retirement they can take. So that was a test of you that listen at the podcast. And so I have when I feel like this, it's because a spirit touched me very much. Very much around my head. I wonder what the spirit want to tell, what it is about. It's first I see like a black cloud coming first, And he's talking. He's not talking, but he's sending telepathic that this night is it very much darkness in the Middle East. It's we yeah, so I have already talking about it in the last episode, this that we should pray for the whole planet. It's not about prayer for one country. He's saying that he's yeah, I know I'm going to tell them that. It's just this darkness he plays, so I see it. He say that that's why we are so close to you. So he's an alien that have coming here and talk. Because what he's saying is that's why we are close to you now, very close, because it's a darkness that will spread all over the world, and that when it's so dark that you can't breathe anymore, we will come and get you. And that's what he wants me to tell you that listen also, that they knew this should happen. And it's not only the President Trump. There is many leaders. And then President Trump, there was a congregation, those that is behind President Trump. They not dare to say no, to go against President Trump. He fire people that he feel like they are not going to go with me. They are not going to vote in what I want it to be. So then he fired these people. He take them out from the whole thing. And it's those cowardice, frightened people that he have behind him, and they don't say no to him. So he think he is God, that he have control all over this planet, and it going worse and worse. So the darkness is coming over the planet like this. Alien are saying now, and I watch a program today. I'm interested because I'm interested in psychology, as I have a university degree, PhD in psychology. Am I interested of this, what's going on? And today I saw a program. It's have not ended. It's only a start of it. I saw 2 episodes of it, and it's about the Jehovah Witness. And I didn't remember that. I feel a little guilty now because I have Jehovah's Witness that come to the door. And then I ask them if they have some post or magazine for me to read. And they always they be like surprised in their face. And then they start to dig into the bags to give me a magazine. And they have told me for many, many, many years ago, maybe 25, 30 years ago, and I didn't remember it. But in this program about Jehovah's Witness, they say that those members of Jehovah's Witness, they pay for those magazines they give us. And I remember there were an old man that was staying outside that was giving magazine to people that passed by him. And I didn't remember that before today, that they pay on their own. It's not the church that give them the magazine. They pay the magazine for to give it to people. And I was thinking about today that I maybe should give them some money then to pay the magazine. But then I am thinking that they will give it to the church. They don't take it on their own, the money, so it's no idea to do that. But I am not going to ask them for a magazine again when I come to remember this. And they are paying to build churches. They don't hire any people to build those locations. The Jehovah's, and I don't know what it's called in English, those places where they are like a church. And there is people building those churches, and they don't get any money to build those churches. And I'm thinking the same with the LDS church, that there is no company that built those churches, location that they meet in. It's people that are member of the church that do that. I am thinking like that as I heard about Jehovah's Witness, that they have to pay for the churches to be built, and the magazine they give us. And they don't celebrate Christmas, that I know. But I didn't remember. I maybe have heard it, but they are not celebrating any birthdays. So it's a problem for the children that is going in ordinary schools, because they have like a conflict, because they have to lie for the other children that is not Jehovah Witness. And so sometimes they celebrate, so they get candies, and they are not allowed to celebrate, so they can't take those things they get from children because they celebrate something. And it's very hard for the children that they can't get anything what other children are getting and think it's a normal thing. But for them it's no. And they can't divorce either, even if they be beaten up of their husband. They can't divorce, because then they be kicked out from the church, and that's the life they know about is the church, because they are growing up in that church. So they, if they be kicked out, they don't know what to do, because they have built up their life on the church. And I think some of it is the same as LDS church. They grew up in the church, and if they should be kicked out, then they are lost. They don't know anything. And some of those people that was talking in the program, they have tried to do a suicide because they are lost when they are not connected with the church anymore. They don't have, those people in the church doesn't talk to them anymore. And some of these poor people in Jehovah's Witness, they were going home to other people and eat food. Everyone helping each other in Jehovah's Witness church. All the members helping each other. They are like a family. And that what I was thinking about LDS church when I become a member of LDS church, that I should get a family there. But I never got a family. It was a lie that everyone was sister and brothers, everyone was a family. I was not invited to any dinner from the church. A member family that was very wealthy, they didn't told me that I could come and have dinner together with them. No, but it's very, they are very common with each other. But the difference is that LDS Church, they celebrate very much. And it's much, but the structure is about the same. And I'm glad that I'm out from the church, that I don't have any church, and I don't want any church. I don't know what it will be with this LA in Israel. It was once again, tomorrow, Sunday, they should have a meeting that we should learn how to do LA And then they say it's cancelled because it's the war going on. So I think this with the war have something with God's plan for my life. It's I want you to not think that it's a package with this war that have with me to do. It's the plan God have for me. It's out from this war and those things, but he maybe make the plan to be that I have an open road to go, because it's war going on, and it's they cannot make up their mind or something like that. I don't know, because I only follow God, what He tell me. God, the Almighty One, not Jesus. The God that told me about the war. And I don't know what it will be, but it must be something because of this time that the time it's very much conflict and war going on. And then God want me to move to Israel. And it's impossible as it is war. And so I don't know. But it doesn't matter, because I live my life here in Sweden. And I live in an apartment that is not on the ground. It's some floor up in the house. And as soon as I get my wheelchair, then I don't have any people on my door. So I'm total on my own. And so my daughter asked me, because she took up the food that come at my door when she was here from the grocery store. And she said, how much food do you need to eat? But I say to her that in the first place is it that it's going to be higher prices. And if I buy canned goats that can last for 3-4 years, I place it, I buy it, and then in the second is it maybe that it will be a war, and I can't go out, and they are not delivering any grocery store. The grocery canned goods and these things, so I collect it, so I have something to eat if something going wrong, and also that I have a light if the electricity is going out. When it's war, most of the time they are coming with water to drink, so that I think I can have from the city is coming and help, or the Red Cross is coming with the water. But to eat, I need to store it. As it is in this time we live in. And don't forget it, that they know who you are, because they can read your mind in that way, to know who you are. And so they are not coming and pick up people that is not good. They know who is good and who is bad, because they have been around us for, I think it is since the beginning. Or they maybe come with when God was God's spirit was flying around this planet. In Genesis 1, and God saw that this planet was, no one wanted to touch this planet. That it was avoided, and it was darkness in the deep. It was total, rotten, evil planet. But God was sending down the light. So that's where they are coming from. The light that come to Earth to clean up this planet. But it have been harder than they were thinking. But you know that it was like Noah's Ark. There was only 8 people. And maybe they were eight people of the light that come down here. And it was so much evil going on. And they were doing children with these people that come down, or the spirits that come down, and they place themselves into those children that was born of those from light here on this planet. So it could have been from the start, not when the darkness started, but when the light came down here on this planet. So it's that's what I wanted to tell you, what's going on in my life, and what I'm thinking about this third world war we are in. So I had hard to talk, because the spirit went out from me just now. So I thank you for coming and talking to us. And I want to tell you that I wish you God bless you, and thank you for follow me, and thank you for your support.